In this video, my YouTube account was hacked and terminated by YouTube, deleting everything from my channel. This is how hackers tactically destroyed my YouTube channel and deleted every single video before YouTube permanently terminated it. I'm going to break down exactly how I lost everything in a minute for the first ever time. I want to make a deal with you. As soon as we hit 7,000 likes on this video, I'll release my new Nether client in my next video. And by the way, like this video if you're happy we destroyed the hackers and got the channel back. Also, make sure to join my Discord server for early pack and client releases and to feature in an upcoming video. So, let's talk about what happened this last week. This is by far the most traumatic and scary experience I have ever faced since I started creating videos on YouTube 8 years ago. Now, as some of you may or may not know, in the last week, my YouTube channel was taken over, hijacked and hacked, and terminated from YouTube. So to get this story started, we have to go all the way back to Monday. Specifically Monday morning, when I woke up, just like any other Monday, I wanted to get a good start to my week, so I went ahead and made myself a fresh coffee. Just like any other Monday morning, I hopped on my PC, I wanted to check my emails, I wanted to check my YouTube comments, respond to some of you guys, think about new video ideas, just a very standard Monday. However, when I went onto my emails, I was just responding to emails until I saw one that caught my eye. It was an advertisement inquiry for a game that I actually know about and will be getting, and essentially this company wanted me to advertise this game in a video. So instantly, I was pretty interested because, again, this is a game that I'm actually excited for. So I went ahead, responded to their email as I would normally do, and this is where things slowly started going downhill very fast. We got talking a little bit back and forth, just talking about exactly what they're looking for in a video, you know, kind of things they want me to show off and talk about, just very standard stuff. It's scary how much they were talking like a genuine company who was interested in hiring me. It was completely staged, and I didn't know this at this time. So we come to an agreement, and they send me a PDF file. Now, this isn't weird because you can just open this in email. It's not like you have to download anything. And when I open this file, it pretty much has graphics for the game. It looks very real. This does not look fake whatsoever. And again, this is coming from someone who takes their online security very seriously. I'm not just someone who doesn't do this. Obviously, from having a channel, it's kind of important to take these things seriously. And prior to this situation, I had never been hacked on YouTube before. So anyway, in this PDF file was essentially the campaign, kind of the description of what they're looking for in the video, and a download link to what I was to believe assets, which are essentially, you know, a logo, kind of like a little bit of video footage of the game, things like that, and also a script that I could choose to like alter and change up. This is very standard for any kind of advertisement, whether that be on TV or on YouTube or anything. This is very normal stuff. However, at this point, I was a little bit sketched out, I must admit, because typically you don't have to download anything when you're doing this kind of thing, and instantly I was a little bit cautious at the time. I remember seeing this thinking, this is really weird. I was very skeptical, and one of my friends offered to download this on their virtual machine just to check if there's any kind of virus. And if you download something on a virtual machine, I mean, you can Google it. It won't affect your PC because it's essentially a PC inside of a PC. It's kind of confusing. I'm not a computer whiz, so you're gonna have to do some research into what that is. But essentially, they downloaded it. They didn't find anything weird, and I went ahead and downloaded everything. This was a very sophisticated hack because in this folder was 4 files, 2 of which were genuinely a logo and a video asset, and the 2 others were very sketchy files that I definitely should not have ran on my computer. But when I did, nothing really happened. So I did this at like 4 o'clock, and again, nothing happened, like nothing popped up. I didn't get into what I thought was to be a brief. So I emailed them back, and I didn't hear back for quite some time. Now, before we go any further, if you want to truly understand this hack, there's a video I found on YouTube which perfectly summarizes what actually happened next. Because again, I'm not a computer whiz, but if some of you are and you want to know exactly what happened, you can click the link down below. But like I said, nothing happened after doing this. So a few hours pass and I'm getting ready to go to the gym. I haven't been to the gym in a while, so I'm pretty excited. You know, I want to start going to the gym more often. So I head to the gym, I do my workout, and I go to the pool. I like swimming, I really do. The gym was actually pretty good. It was kind of quiet considering it's February. I actually really enjoyed myself. Now, I went in something called a steam room. Some of you may have heard of it. It's kind of like a room with a load of steam. Who would have thought? It's very nice in there. And I left my phone outside. Now, when I come outside of the steam room, I check my phone. And this is where my world gets flipped upside down. This is where my week goes from 100 to 0 real fast. Now, I check my phone. I went onto my YouTube dashboard just randomly. It's kind of like an app I use often. And I noticed I was signed out. And at this time, I also noticed I had a bunch of Discord messages from people saying, "Why have you changed your channel name?" And in this moment, my heart dropped. Genuinely, this was the scariest moment of making YouTube videos, because at that moment I knew exactly what had happened. I knew my YouTube channel had been compromised, my channel name had been changed, and at this time the hackers were already streaming on my account. They were streaming some type of crypto scam. And I just want to point out, if any of you clicked on this video or this stream of just this pre-recorded guy talking about crypto, I'm truly sorry. I tried telling everyone in my Discord, on Twitter, that instantly that, hey, I've been hacked. You know, at this point, I've literally just come out of the pool. I had to quickly rush and get changed. Like, I had no time for anything else. I had pure tunnel vision to get home because I hadn't driven to the gym or anything like that. I had got a bike there, so I had to go all the way home. And even before this, I'm contacting my YouTube partner. I'm contacting my YouTube network. I'm doing everything I can. I can't log into my channel. My password had been changed. It was truly a scary moment because they had bypassed like 3 or 4 layers of protection to get into my YouTube account, change everything so I was completely signed out, and then change the name of my account, my profile picture, and start streaming some scam. It was so scary, and I felt so defenseless. I couldn't do anything. At this point, I'm panicking. I'm on my way home. I'm in a call with my YouTube support connect. They sent out an email to YouTube to try and get things resolved as fast as possible, and it is such a scary moment. Again, it is terrifying when you're actually in this position. You know, someone's literally streaming on your account. They kept streaming for several hours. You know, when I got home, luckily, look, I was panicking. I couldn't turn off this stream. I was racing home. I got home pretty quickly, and then my YouTube network sent me this YouTube support hijacking form where essentially you fill in a bunch of information about how your channel got hacked and the next steps to take. And this is where I've got to thank YouTube, because again, I was tweeting at them. I was trying everything I could possibly do to get my account back as fast as possible. And it's later that evening on the Monday night that my YouTube account got terminated for supposedly like breaking community guidelines, and YouTube terminated my account. Now, obviously, that's because they were streaming a crypto scam. You know, the name got changed. Everything was just weird. Bunch of you guys were unsubscribing, and I completely understand that. You know, it's just a very unfortunate situation at that moment. But like I said, the account got terminated somewhere around midnight. Luckily, when I got home, I was actually still signed in on my PC for some reason, so I tried turning off the stream and I instantly turned it back on. They were botting viewers. It was a mess. They also deleted some of my videos before the account got terminated, but it finally got terminated. This was a moment of relief because this meant that nobody could click on any kind of crypto scam that was being streamed by the hackers. You know, the account was essentially in lockdown mode, and YouTube could, you know, kind of make the next move and recover my account. Oh, and by the way, this wasn't just my YouTube account. This was my entire Google account and my email and my Google Drive, so I couldn't access virtually anything. And I was very scared at the time because on that Monday night, like I said, my channel got terminated. I got the worst sleep of my life, but I had no idea the extent of this hack. So I had to formally reset my PC entirely, deleting everything, wiping everything. So on Tuesday, I spent most of my day resetting my PC, downloading programs, you know, getting all of my data back, essentially. It was a very, very stressful time. It takes a very long time to recover all of your files. Now, like I said, I've got to thank YouTube because they were pretty quick at responding to my initial hijacking form. You know, they said they're going to look into it, and on Tuesday night, they actually said, it looks like your account was hijacked. We're going to give you the next steps to recover your account, and they essentially got me my Google account back. And, you know, several hours after this, they then recovered my YouTube channel. However, unfortunately, the channel wasn't ever like rolled back to how it was before the hacking. So I had to like change back my name, a bunch of things like my avatar profile, my YouTube banner, my about section, just a bunch of things. Like over half my videos got privated. And on Wednesday, my channel was still in a little bit of a weird state because it was still recovering. And even to this day, you know, some videos you'll see don't have any comments, you know, because I don't know if the comments are going to come back. YouTube have told me to actually email them if they don't in the next day or two. So hopefully I get the comments back, because it's just kind of like sad not being able to see all of your comments. But they essentially got my Gmail and my Google account back on the Tuesday night. And at some point on Wednesday, I had full access of my channel again. I was able to put layers of protection back onto my channel, and everything was good. Don't get me wrong, certain damage was done to the channel. For example, when YouTube reinstate the channel, a lot of my videos get shadow blocked, which means they don't appear in like recommended or anything. So if you haven't already, try and resubscribe, and I'm going to be uploading another video tomorrow, so see if you manage to get a notification or you actually see it in your sub feed. But like I said, this was the most stressful moment of my life. You know, it kind of felt like 8 years of hard work may have just gone down the drain. Again, I do appreciate how fast YouTube managed to actually respond to this situation, because I'd heard of other YouTubers having this happen to them. Painful PvP was one of them. A very similar situation, you know, the hackers were streaming a crypto scam on his YouTube, and he got his account back pretty quickly. But I must admit, it took about 24 hours to get my Google account back, and a little bit later than that, I got my YouTube account back. So I'm not gonna lie, I feel like when you're a YouTube partner, you know, things do happen pretty quickly, and I've just got to say thank you to YouTube for that. I mean, again, I'm back. I'm actually able to make videos now, and it's just insane. This week has been incredibly stressful. I can't stress that enough. It's been a very long week. To almost lose like 1,600 YouTube videos and 8 years of dedication, it was a very traumatic moment in my life. You know, genuinely, in the back of my mind, thought I would get my YouTube account back. But at the same time, you know, that's not always the case. You know, in certain situations where you can't get it back, it sucks. And if there's one thing I want you to take from this video, please take your online security seriously. I do that, and that's why I've only really had one situation, which is this one. But at the same time, you know, it can happen to anyone. It's the worst thing in the world. You know, it's completely my fault and my naivety that this situation even occurred. But at the same time, I've got to support YouTube for how fast they acted and managed to resolve everything. I really do appreciate that. You know, I'm hoping everything will go back to normal now. You know, I'll be able to upload videos as normal and without any issues. So yeah, that's how my week has gone. You know, possibly one of the worst weeks of my life, but we pushed through it and we're back in making videos. I'm gonna be making a lot of videos, so if you're wondering why I didn't make any over the last week, really, now you know. I hope you guys learned something from this video. Just make sure you don't download anything weird on the internet. And like I said, there is a more detailed video about exactly how I was hacked and the process in the description, because it's pretty much identical. I'm not a computer whiz, so it's hard for me to break down in the detail how exactly it occurred. But yeah, it sucks. I had to completely reset my PC. That took a very long time. But I hope you all enjoyed this video of me kind of explaining everything. I know this wasn't like any normal video that I would be posting, but it's an interesting topic, and again, it's a story that happened. It's traumatic for me, but I hope I explained it in more of a funny way than I could have. There's nothing really funny about this, but I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.